Hi guys, this is Sukesh Banik and you are watching Gadgets Portal. Today, as you can see, I've got the new Sony Xperia ZR with great specs, and it has got the same CPU GPU RAM as the very successful Xperia Z. The model name is C5502, and here are some quick specs you will love to know. The camera has the premium Exmor RS sensor and it is 13 megapixels in resolution, and the display has opti-contrast panel, and I'll talk about this later. This device is also IP55 and IP58 waterproof and dust resistant, and this is basically better than the IP57 certification of Xperia Z. I'll talk about this later also. The display is smaller, 4.6 inches, and only because of this you are getting this device at a very lower price compared to Xperia Z. In India at this moment it is available at around 29,500 rupees, that is around 500 USD, which is, I'll say, very good pricing. This is beyond out the best phone under 30,000 rupees, that is under 500 USD. Here is the device, the new Sony Xperia ZR. It is looking quite good, especially the front look of this phone is very good. The back look is also okay. Let's put this aside for a while and check what are the things inside the box. Here is the startup guide and few more booklets here. Here is the warranty statement. Now there are some extra earbuds along with a clip for the headphone, which is very good. Here is the headphone or headset. Well, this is not exactly the same headset you get with Xperia Z. So Sony has done these few things to bring down the price of this Xperia ZR, which I'll say not bad. This is also a very good headset. The sound quality from these earpieces are extremely good. You will not get disappointed at all unless you have previously used a premium one. Here is the remote and here is the microphone hole. This is the cable for charging as well as data syncing, and there is no capacitive buffer you usually get with Sony data cables. And here is the battery. It is very thin. This removable battery is obviously an advantage over Xperia Z, and it is a 2300 mAh battery, which should be great for a device like this Xperia ZR. And here is the AC adapter, which is, I'll not say very compact. You are getting this retractable pin. Overall, very good quality material from Sony. Well, that's all inside the box. Now let's get rid of these things here and let's have a quick look at the device. Here you go, the new Sony Xperia ZR. Let's peel off this plastic here. In some regions you may get a scratch guard free with this phone, but I don't think there is any need of that. This glass is durable, scratch resistant, and there is an anti-shatter film on this. At the back there is a nice rubberized matte finish. The corners are rounded, and all of this will give a better grip of the phone. Overall, the build quality of this phone is good. Handling of this phone will be great because of these very compact dimensions and 4.6 inches display size. I am liking this front black look very much, though the back look could have been a little bit better like Xperia Z, but the rounded back is giving a very good grip. Here is the 4.6 inches TFT display with 1280 by 720 pixels resolution at 319 ppi. It has got Mobile Bravia Engine 2 for image enhancement. Here is the ear speaker grill along with a front facing VGA camera, which is kinda disappointing for a 30,000 rupees phone. Here you are getting the proximity and ambient light sensors. At the bottom there is nothing but an illumination LED light, which will change in accordance with the theme of this phone. Here is the very beautiful bold power key of 2013 Sony devices. It is very prominent and easy to access. The volume key here, as you can see, is very narrow but does not feel that much hard to press. There is a two-step camera key as well, which is very tiny but feeling very good. Here on the left you are getting the dock connector and also the USB port here under this door, because this phone is water resistant. At the top you are getting the 3.5mm headphone jack hidden under this door. Here it is ultimately, and the ports on this phone are nicely sealed to make this phone very good water and dust proof. Here is the hole for attaching lanyard along with the microphone. At the back there is a 13 megapixels shooter along with an LED flash. Visit facebook.com/gadgetsportal for the photo samples. You are getting the loudspeaker grill here on the back. The matte finish on the back and shiny metallic touch on the sides, making this phone a very robust and also a very beautiful looking phone. As this is IP55 and IP58 certified, you can keep this phone up to 5 feet, that is 1.5 meter deep underwater for 30 minutes, which is better than Xperia Z. Now let's install the battery and show you the user interface. Well, the device is ultimately ready, and here is the lock screen of very graphics intensive Timescape user interface. You are getting this nice window shutter effect on the lock screen with music and camera shortcuts. Let's check some colorful photos to check the actual capability of the display. As you know, the mobile Bravia engine works in the gallery and the video player. Well, the display is looking stunning and I cannot see any pixel on the display. 319 ppi is more than enough for a smartphone. The colors are looking very natural and not oversaturated like Super AMOLED, and the brightness also seems fair, but the colors are not that much punchy like other premium devices like Xperia Z or Galaxy S4 HTC One. So far I can say the colors are looking very natural and very soothing to the eyes. As you can see, the color of the LED light is also changing in accordance with the photos here. Now Sony has used opti-contrast panel on this phone, that is, there is no or very less gap between the touch panel and the display, which will eliminate the reflection and make the display clearer and also enhance the touch response. Now, as you know, this Timescape user interface is very graphics intensive and you will not get such graphical effects on any other smartphone. Sony devices are very stylish, bold from outside as well as from inside. The UI looks very sharp, bold and kinda robotic. Now you are also getting these small apps, which is the best feature of this Timescape user interface. You will get these floating applications and you can actually download a lot more from the Play Store. Developers are working on new applications and at this moment you can download browser, camera, music player and a lot more. Here is the notification panel, which is very simple and there are very few toggle switches. Here is the dialer, which is also very simple, and you can also add the video calling option from the settings. Now guys, let me show you the preloaded applications on this Xperia ZR. As usual, there are a bunch of exclusive Sony applications. Some of these are removable. You are getting the Smart Connect, which will detect the accessories connected to this phone and perform any specific task. There is also this car mode, which is very useful while driving. There is also a very good note-taking application. You can write using the keyboard and change the color of the text. You can also change the size of the text, and you can also draw using the brush and change the color, the type of the brush as well. I will show you this in details in the in-depth review, so subscribe and keep in touch. There are a couple of utility applications as well. You can check. It has also got FM radio, track ID, movie studio, and there are a couple of more here. Well, it has got the X4 video player, which is quite interesting. You can play 4 high definition videos simultaneously on this video player. You are also getting this Sony Live video on demand service along with Sony Music and WhatsApp, Evernote, LinkedIn, McAfee antivirus, and Office Suite for your office files. If you swipe up from the bottom edge of this phone, you will get this Google Now, and you can also do the same by long pressing the home key. This phone is running on Jelly Bean. Now if you long press on this home screen, you will get this interactive window for adding applications and widgets, which is, I will say, more user friendly than others, and you are also getting this nice graphical effect while adding applications, and this looks really great. You can change the theme from here, and there are a lot of color themes which will change the overall color of this Timescape user interface along with the notification light. This is an unique feature of Sony phones. So if you are very style sensitive, then obviously get a Sony device. Here is the typical Sony widget with frequently used toggle switches, so you don't have to access the notification panel or the settings every time you need this. Well, let me show you few important settings. This phone obviously supports NFC, and you are getting Google Wallet support for payments. Under this sound, you will get this clear phase, which will automatically adjust the sound quality of the internal speaker, and also this XLoud will enhance the sound loudness by 30%. Let me show you the storage out of the box, and well, only 4.59 GB is the total space, which is obviously very low for a high-end device like this, and only 3.42 GB is user available because of the preloaded applications, and you cannot obviously move your installed applications to the external SD card. Here is the RAM info, and 1.5 or 1.4 GB of the RAM is free at this moment before installing any application, which is absolutely good. The interface and the preloaded applications are eating up very less RAM. The Android Jelly Bean version is 4.1.2 and the 4.2 version is coming soon, but still you are getting this old version out of the box. Now this phone is also PlayStation certified, and with this option you can mirror the screen of this phone to your TV. You can also share your media with another DLNA certified device, which can be another mobile phone or TV or a music system. There is a very good power management option, and there are a lot of settings. You can also set this to auto trigger after any threshold battery percentage. There are a couple of nice features under this call settings. You can use the secondary microphone for noise cancellation, and you can also turn on this speaker voice enhancement and slow talk, which will provide you a much better calling experience, and you can also change this equalizer option for the sound during calls. So this Xperia ZR is designed to provide you the best calling and multimedia experience. This phone has got the same software, that is the same user interface as the flagship Xperia Z, and so is the CPU and GPU. The CPU has got the same 1.5 GHz quad-core Crete processor, and the GPU is very premium Adreno 320. Only the display is a little bit smaller, but 4.6 inches display size is very good for one-hand operation and for everyday normal uses. I will run some benchmarks and also talk about the overall performance, the multimedia capability of this phone in the in-depth review. So subscribe and keep in touch. You can also visit my website gadgetsportal.in for the written review and facebook.com/gadgetsportal for the camera samples.